Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do a quick haul for you guys and also share my thoughts on some new fragrances that recently released from Bath & Body Works as well as Kayali. Before I get started, I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know like right off the rip, Kayali's Utopia Cocoa is going back to the store. Well, actually, I ordered it online, so I'm gonna have to go into a Sephora and I'm just gonna exchange it for something else, which I typically don't like to do, but I also didn't anticipate on not enjoying the fragrance. I only buy things that I know that the scents look appealing and like the notes look appealing to something that I would love and reach for. I don't blind buy things off of just strictly hype. I definitely have to also look at the notes and see if it's something that I think would work well for me and the type of scents that I like to have in my collection, because that's the great thing about fragrance when you're trying to curate your own and you start throwing in things that have nothing to do with you, and so then you're left disappointed with all these fragrances that you now have to find something to do with or find a way to use them up. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too florally for me. It leaned really floral. I thought when I researched this fragrance that it said vanilla and coconut, but I guess I was wrong. Before I get to talking about the Kayali perfume, I will just give you a little teaser and say that I do love it. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Ice Lemon Pound Cake, which everybody is talking about, and we've been asking Bath and Body Works for another like lemon pound cake type of scent, because there was lemon ones in the past and they finally have given us one. So I'm going to end up putting the notes on the screen because I don't have the fragrances next to me, so I don't know what the notes are off the top of my head. But what I will say is I really enjoy this one. One thing I will say is that it's very light. I do wish that it was thicker and more rich and dense in scent, but at the same time I can appreciate the fact that they did listen to the customer and that they tried. Like I said, the bright side of it is a nice, bright, sweet lemon citrusy scent. It's more of like a candied lemon to me, not like a fresh, like straight like out of the refrigerator or straight from, like the market, like when you slice it firsthand. It's more like it has already been sitting, like the lemon has been sitting for a bit and maybe there's some sugar on it, like it's like a crystallized type of lemon. That's kind of what it reminds me of, and maybe a little bit of whipped cream. It's actually really good. One downside that I will say though is that it's just very light, honestly. I understand that it's a body mist, but at the same time it's just really light. And I have actually made my own like ice lemon, I think I called it an ice lemon cinnamon roll or something like that, and I actually posted it on my Instagram, so I'll insert a picture to show you guys. So if you have like other things and you think that you can make a stronger or better version of this, then go for it. I wouldn't see the need, don't, like, if it's broke, don't fix it, right? So like if you already have your own like straight lemon scent that you make, I definitely wouldn't stress it. But at the end of the day, I know that my perfume that I had to create the lemon scent was limited edition. So once I can no longer find that completely at all, or they're like charging crazy prices on Amazon, I'm gonna have to have some other type of lemon backup to still be able to curate a lemon pound cake type of scent regardless. So for that reason, I am going to be getting backup. Like I said, it's not very strong, but I think if maybe perhaps it sits for a little while, it'll strengthen just a little bit. But I don't know like to what degree. Okay, now let's move on to Sweet Petal Pound Cake. This one to me kind of smells like a mixture of whipped rose and vanilla with some blooms and suede. It's heavy on the rose, on the candied rose, but it's not like a super vintage type of rose, or it doesn't smell like rose water. If you've ever just like gotten fresh roses and then had like water, it doesn't smell anything like that. So it's not like a fresh type of scent. It is definitely very candied and fruity, and I can see the direction they were headed, but it definitely does not have any type of like pound cake, cupcake, icing cake, buttercream cake, no type of like cake element to it, which is why a lot of people I saw were kind of disappointed in the fragrance. But I still think that it's really good. I don't know if or how many backups I will be willing to get for the simple fact that I have some blooms and suede, and I also have with rose and vanilla, which I love. So maybe I will get a backup because I only have like 2 or 3 of with rose and vanilla. But I feel like I could also bring out that pound cake note with this one. Now this one is stronger than ice lemon pound cake, so that's another reason why I was considering getting a backup of it, because then once they take the strong ones away, it seems they don't bring it back strong how they brought it out the first time. So I'm better off getting it strong right now while I can. So I'm thinking about getting a backup of it, but I don't think I'm gonna go crazy with it like I might with ice lemon pound cake. So it's a really good scent overall. I just want to give y'all a little bit of like a comparison or something to go off of if you're trying to decide if this fragrance is for you. Ultimately, I think you'll definitely want to try it out because it can wear differently on your skin no matter what. Maybe if it's in the store, get a sample or something like that. But starting off, the first one that I have is the Brazilian Crush 62 by Sol de Janeiro. This one is going to be more of that light, tropical, all year round type of one. It's not just solely pistachio based because it has almond, vanilla, and heliotrope in it as well. But it still is one of the more nicer ones. It doesn't lean too latonic. It doesn't lean too fruity. It doesn't lean to anything. It honestly is just a very nice layering type of fragrance. And it's one that can easily be worn from, like I said, all seasons without it being too thick or like rich or dense or anything like that. So I definitely really like Brazilian Crush. It doesn't smell anything like Kayali, but it does have that pistachio note, just for reference. The next one is going to be Le Monde Beauty, and I usually find these at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but they're also sold in Urban Outfitters. I don't have an Urban Outfitters near me, but you can purchase them online a lot of times, and I think they actually still have this one on their website. This one I really like. It doesn't have the lasting power that the Brazilian Crush has or any of the other two in this video, but it still is a really good fragrance because it has the pistachio, whipped cream, and I believe vanilla is the last note. It is one of the more latonic ones, and it's not super green or super fresh. The only con, I guess I would say, is that it doesn't last very long and it lacks that perfumey quality. So it's just a really good, like, nice neutral layer and fragrance. And if you wanted to add like more of that perfumey essence to it, then you could definitely pair it with something else in your collection. But I love this one, and it's easy to find right now, and it doesn't cost a ton of money. The Kayali Pistachio Yum. I'm gonna tell y'all, when I first sprayed it, the bright burst of bergamot almost gave like a fresh minty smell to it. It wasn't bad. It was just something that kind of threw me for a loop because I wasn't used to it, because I wasn't expecting it. But once it started to transform and tone down, it was just the most nice, sweet, creamy type of scent. It doesn't have any pistachio ice cream to my nose, but I do get the marshmallow and more like the vanilla. And I still think that it is a very pleasant, layerable, easy reach type of perfume for me. I can easily see this being one that someone would love on me, and on others as well, as long as it, goes with your body chemistry. So I definitely will be getting a full size of it because I absolutely love it. Now, I don't think it's like anything groundbreaking, or it's not the most longest lasting, but I think with it sitting for a little while, it'll probably start to get better over time, just like the Kayali Vanilla 28 and many other fragrances that contain vanilla. So we will see, but I've really enjoyed this. The last fragrance that I have in my collection that has a pistachio note is Elisab Girl of Now, and this one is going to be more of that rich auntie vibe type one. Like, this is one that is very thick, very rich, very creamy. It's not very latonic. It's slightly green, but it's going to be that one that is super long lasting. Like, I'm talking about almost on the verge of headache inducing, if you will. So this one is going to be the one that you for real want to be careful how many sprays you do. I don't get that with Kayali, the Le Monde Beauty, or the Brazilian Crush, but with Elisab Girl Now, you definitely want to be careful because too much of it will be having people choking out. It's one of the more longer lasting ones. It's definitely much thicker, creamier, denser, all those things. And it's like definitely gives me rich auntie vibes. So love that one. It is one of my favorites and a staple in my collection. And because these are all so different, I can't pick a favorite because they all serve different purposes and do different things. To be completely honest, one could amp up the other one or help the other one a little bit. But other than that, I can't really compare or say that one's better than the other because they're just all different. They all serve their own purpose. So yeah, that is my thought on the Kayali new perfume, as well as my thoughts on the Bath and Body Works collections that just released. So let me know what y'all think and how you feel about them. Are y'all gonna be picking anything up? If so, let me know down below, and I will see y'all soon.